Hey guys, it's David again, and this is Fate Unbound. Ro and I are staying in a campground, believe it or not, the first campground with hookups that we've stayed at since I think 2019. It's been about 5 years now, and the campground is called Madison Arm Resort, and it's super close to Yellowstone National Park. We're only about 10 miles from the entrance to Yellowstone National Park. Maybe wondering why we're staying in a campground. Well, that's because we're actually working here this summer. This campground hires work campers every summer to help them run the campground. We get paid for the 35 to 40 hours a week that we work, and we also get a full hookup site included. So yeah, it's pretty nice. We're really excited to see how this experience goes for us because this is completely new to us. We've known about work camping ever since we first hit the road, but it's nothing that we ever thought we'd really try. But we always knew that work camping was a great option for full-time RVers to make money while traveling. And so if we enjoy work camping here, then our plan is to work for 6 months and just save as much cash as we can from that work camping gig, and then take the next 6 months off and travel without working. And then just kind of wash, rinse, repeat that cycle for the foreseeable future. Ideally, we would work during the winters and then have the summers off for traveling, just because there's so much more of the country that we can explore during the summer, whereas in the winters, we can only really stay in Arizona or Southern California. Those are the only parts of the country that really stay warm during the winter, and we want to continue to avoid cold winters as much as possible. But we sort of just stumbled across this work camping opportunity. We knew that we wanted to visit Yellowstone National Park this summer because we hadn't been there yet. And, you know, we had been discussing maybe getting into work camping. And so I forget if it was Ro or me that, got online and just was curious as if there were any work camping opportunities near Yellowstone. And, we found this place and just decided, why not apply, see what happens? Because Yellowstone National Park is so huge and there's so much to see that we thought, if we get a job work camping for the summer near Yellowstone, then that gives us plenty of time to basically be able to experience nearly everything the park has to offer. And that's exactly what happened. We got an email back from the owners, had an interview, they accepted, we accepted, and yeah, here we are. And like I said, we're pretty excited for what this summer has in store for us. This campground is right off of the Madison Arm of Hebgen Lake, and that's where the name of the resort comes from, Madison Arm Resort. And yeah, so we've got this beautiful lake that we can go out on whenever we want because they've got boat docks, they rent boats, and so we can take those out, maybe do some fishing, enjoy the lake. And there are 2 other full-time RVing couples that we work with that we're getting to know. It's pretty cool that we're all full-time RVers, we're all travelers. 2 of them are actually world travelers. They work here every year, every summer, and then in the winter, they do international travel. Last year they went to Honduras. It's pretty cool, all the places they've been. They've got a lot of cool stories. And then the owner is just this sweet, just incredibly sweet old lady. I love working for her. And she's actually owned this campground from the 70s. And she's got a lot of really cool stories too. So yeah, this is a very new experience for us, completely different than what we were doing previously, just boondocking constantly, which we love, and what we're gonna continue to do during our off seasons when we're not working. But yeah, we're looking really forward to really getting into work camping because yeah, this could be a great way to continue to fund our travels. But if you guys are looking to visit Yellowstone National Park this summer, then you should definitely check out this campground. It's really quiet and peaceful here. It's actually in the forest right off of the lake. And so instead of camping in West Yellowstone, the town of West Yellowstone, out here you're away from all of the craziness of that town because, during the on season, it just gets super busy in there. It's pretty chaotic, but out here it's still peaceful and tranquil. and you're actually still out in nature. We're actually on national forest land here, but you're still close enough to West Yellowstone, only 10 minutes away from town. So if you still need to head into town to get some food, go out to eat, get some supplies, do some shopping, whatever, you're still really close to all of that, but far enough removed from it to not deal with the noise and the craziness. If you do decide to stay here, you can come in and say hi to Ro and I. Ro will actually probably be working the front desk, whereas I'll be out in the campground or up in the barn they've got working on something. The tasks here are split kind of how you would expect. The women are handling most of the cleaning and they're working the front desk, whereas the men are doing more of the maintenance and dirty jobs. And to be specific, some of the tasks that I personally have done are cutting logs to be used as campsite bumpers and dragging them into place with a four-wheeler. That was actually pretty fun. Bailing up supports for the rental RVs and putting them into a storage shed. Mowing and trimming the lawn by the rental cottages and cabins and in the campground. Repairing broken fences inside the campground that had either been backed into or are just rotting out over time, getting an electric golf cart running that stopped working while we were here, and working on their four-wheelers that either aren't running properly and wanting to stall all the time or aren't running at all. And then some of the tasks that Ro has been working on while we've been here are cleaning up the fish cleaning stations around the campground, cleaning the bathrooms, cleaning the rental cottages and cabins, and working the front desk for arrivals and departures. But that's just a short list. That doesn't encompass all of the things we do here. You kind of need to be a jack of all trades to work in a campground like this. And it's pretty hard work too. When Ro and I get off at the end of the day, man, are we tired. But it's actually been really good for us because before we started working here, I hate to admit it, but we've been living pretty sedentary, haven't been going on nearly as many hikes as we used to, so working this job is really whipping us both back into shape. Yeah, this video was just kind of a general overview of what we're up to now, letting you guys know we're trying out a new experience, work camping for the first time. And from here on out, I'm probably going to be releasing updates on how things are going, specific things that we're doing, maybe some interesting stories that have happened. So if you're interested in work camping, then definitely stay up to date. But of course, that's not going to be all. We've got a lot of projects on the motorhome. We've got a lot of projects on the trailer because I'm going to let you guys in on a little something. We're selling both of them. And we think we're gonna get a fifth wheel. There's one that we toured in just over in Bozeman, Montana, that we really, really liked. It's the Alliance Avenue All Access 22 ML, and we think it's gonna be like the perfect compromise between more space for us and our pets, but still small enough, we hope, to be able to do all the boondocking and off-grid camping that we want to do when we're not working. But like I said, there's a few things that we need to do to both the motorhome and the trailer before they're ready to sell. But again, my name's David. This is Fate Unbound, and if you've got any questions about work camping or this campground in particular, or how we found this work camping gig, then go ahead and leave them in the comments, and I'll try to respond to those to answer any questions you guys have. And also there'll be a link to the website of the campground we're staying in, Madison Arm Resort, if you guys are looking to visit Yellowstone. This summer, there are full hookup sites for RVs, there are tent camping sites, there are rental RVs if you don't have your own RV, and there are cottages and cabins for rent. There are also, like I said earlier, boats you can rent if you want to go out on the water, and there are also open slips if you've got a boat of your own. So yeah, I mean, this place pretty much has it. They've got an option for all types of people, anyone looking to visit Yellowstone. But thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. It would really help me out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.